from Louisiana, coming to you live in Poland with my beautiful wife.
Hey.
Say hi.
Hi, everyone.
Yes, yes. This is the largest port coastal city in Poland. This is my first time in Poland. Have you been to Poland before?
No.
Okay. But I'm not gonna lie and say like, oh, I always wanted to go to Poland. Like it hasn't been on my mind. It's like a must travel destination. But since we're in Europe, why not? And yeah, this is our 1 day sort of like layover before we head back to Budapest, and we're just exploring the city. This is definitely probably the main tourist area right here, main thoroughfare that you walk through. Every European city has one of those big streets that you walk. Us in America, we can't have nice things like this. Can't have nice things like this. What was the name of that big street in Istanbul that everybody walks down?
Taksim.
Yes, this is like the Taksim of Gdansk. Would you say so?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, this place has like, cute little cafes, old historic brick buildings, a lot of brick buildings. There's a beach nearby here and a main like river that runs through the city as well. Take boat rides and stuff. Wish we came here instead of Fredrikstad, because there's possibly a lot more to do here. And Poland is so much more affordable. My God, yeah, like when you compare the prices, I feel so at home, so comfortable.
Yeah.
Paying normal prices, not $25 for a burger, $40 at the convenience store. Man, but how do you feel about Gdansk?
I really like it. It's historical, it's colorful, and I just realized going around, it's a Baltic country, not, what called?
Slavic?
Not Slavic, not really European, I guess, but it's Baltic. And it's very cool. I like that it's a port city. Yeah, it's very nice to walk around.
Yes. We sort of came at a weird time because even though it's June, summertime, the weather's been kind of chilly. That's why you see people with the jackets on and the vests and stuff like that. But, we're making it work. Weather's off and on. Sometimes it's raining, sometimes it stops. And they got this cool statue of Neptune right here. Hey, I like it. I like the vibes. Cool stopover city. You could probably spend like a good week here and explore, How much time do you think it would take to explore Gdansk?
I think not a lot, but a good week would be nice to just enjoy, go out at night and do stuff.
Yeah.
And possibly go a bit outside of the city as well to see, maybe something natural.
Yeah.
Go into the museums. Yeah. Because I think this city has a lot of history, so it would be nice to learn. Speaking
of history, last night we watched a mini documentary about the history of this place called Gdansk. And they basically, this city was where like the fall of communism began. You know what I'm saying? There was like this woman who was working at this steel factory for many years, and 2 months before she was to retire and get her pension, they fired her. And then that started like the solidarity movement in Poland, where all the workers of the country started to revolt against, the communist regime. And for me, like as a communist, watching that last night, like workers always come first. And the thing is, like a lot of those socialist regimes of the last 20th century, they were not worker friendly. Even like for right now in the communist country of China, there aren't a lot of workers' rights. Like, being here in Eastern Europe, I think a lot about the history of the Soviet Union, communism, socialism, whatever you want to call it. And I always say like, those were attempts and experiments at trying to create a more equal and just society. And just because it failed one time or a few times doesn't mean that you give up, right? We're all going to continue to try to build a better world. But we got a comment here from Jaroslav Vodvodka. He said, Poles and Turks are very similar people, in my opinion. What do you think? Do you think the Poles are similar to the Turks?
I don't have enough information about it, but coming here on the bus, I was hearing like Polish. And even though I didn't understand Polish, or I don't understand Polish, I felt like it sounded similar to Turkish because of all the ch and sh sounds.
But I think what he means is like in vibe wise, like are the Turks very similar as the Poles are in the vibes?
I don't know. Like I haven't really met Polish people, but so far they seem very hospitable, which is similar to Turkish vibes. But yeah, like we love fish too in the coastal cities. That's similar. But like I said, I don't have that much information.
I would say that, the Poles sort of like, because we've gotten good hospitality, but we have to remember this is like a tourist city too. This is like one of the most popular tourist destinations, mostly for people from the Baltics and Scandinavia to come to in the summer. As you see around you, right? Like, I'm the only black man in a 100-mile-kilometer radius right now. So, but I think people are also nicer here because of the tourists. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. And that's the same in Turkey. You go to a touristic town and people are always going to be nice and try to sell you stuff. And here they didn't try to sell me anything, which is
Yeah.
good. I like that.
Yeah. I mean,
But yeah, and
they do
overall,
have some people out there like trying to get you to come to the restaurants, but they're very passive.
Yeah, and I think this city also has a good Turkish population, maybe, because I see like kebab places, and I saw Antalya Döner here. Of course, every European city has that. So yeah, I think I think there might be similarities possibly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I would definitely get pro-America vibes here, though, because, everywhere you go, you can pay in Polish or like in American dollars. Like when you tap your card. Now, I don't know if it's because I have like a US card and stuff like that, but I think the same thing happened to you. You tapped your card to pay, and the options was either like Polish money or dollars,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Not euros, which you would expect.
No,
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe it's because we have foreign cards. But yeah, last night we went to go eat some good old American food, and the lady, was saying we prefer to speak in English in my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, very pro-American vibes. Bus driver too, very pro-American too. Very nice. I just, I think we know the reasons why. We know the reasons why.